Hi guys, and welcome back to the Iron Personal Training YouTube channel. We are back after the British Bench Press Championships and we're doing our first session since then. So we are trying to get a bit of volume in, obviously peaking for bench for the British Bench Press Championships and peaking it for my full power comp in March. It's been a while since I've done some high volume bench. So we're doing 6x6 at 130 kilos, pausing each one as we would in competition. 6x6 is a really good way of getting volume into your training, a way that I really like doing it. The reason for this is you're still getting the volume in it because you're doing a lot of reps, but because you're only doing 6 reps each set, you're able to push the weight up as well. So doing 130 kilos here, which was a bit of a challenge. Obviously this was done on Monday actually after the British Bench Press Championships, so maybe starting a bit soon, but I definitely felt like my body was ready to go. The first bit was the first set and this is the last set as well. So you'll see on the last rep of this one it does slow down slightly, but we do a longer pause as well. But really happy with these. I definitely feel like from doing the cut into the British Bench Press Championships, I have lost a little bit of muscle, so we're going to obviously look to try and build a bit of muscle up as well and just get ourselves nice and strong for the bench press. Doing 6 weeks in between the March comp and this comp, I managed to go from failing 177.5 to getting 177.5, so with a little bit longer till my next comp, I do feel like I can see a nice jump in my bench press numbers, and that's what I'll be aiming for, to get to that 182.5 that I failed. Here we're doing 30 kilo dumbbells. We did 2 sets of as many reps as we can get. In the first set we actually got 30 reps, in the second set we got 12 or 14 I think it was. And I think that's quite normal doing something like this. In that first set you really want to be pushing to that real failure mark. You really want to be fatiguing the muscle and making it so that when you do that second set you've not actually got too much to give. Reason for doing this is obviously just getting that volume in, trying to build the chest, training a bit more like a bodybuilder, add that size back on, get nice big pecs so you can be nice and strong in the bench press. We then come on to some chest supported rows again using the 30s again, but what we're doing in these is we're shrugging in the bottom position to increase that range of motion, get a bit more work in the upper back and the rear delts as well. I can tell you that my DOMs after doing this I really felt it. So it's an area where there's some weakness, so something that I'll keep doing as well. I was going to do 3 sets of as many reps as possible, but we basically just hit 10 or just over 10 in all of them as well. Then come on to a bit of lat work, so trying to do something a little bit different for my lats. So we're doing meadow rows here. I think these are a great alternative to doing like single arm lat pull downs or just any lat work. If you're looking for something a bit different, something that can load up, we've got 40 kilos on here plus the bar, which obviously doesn't really weigh anything. I do like to use straps when I do meadows rows, just because of how the grip feels on your wrist. It feels a bit more comfortable to use the straps. When I say obviously the bar doesn't have any weight, it's not like a barbell where the weight of the bar is on at all times. As you raise the bar, the weight on the bar kind of is different as it comes through that like J sweeping motion. So usually when I'm doing these or doing T-bar rows, I don't include the bar weight. We then came up onto one of my favourite exercises that I've actually not done for a while. We did some seated dumbbell cleans. This is really good for working that middle back, an area that often gets forgotten when training for benching or just doing back training in general. We were doing 15 kilos, 3 sets per minute in here. This first set felt quite good. I thought maybe I've gone a bit too light, and then the second 2 sets were disgusting to say the least. Like, I really felt that pump in there, and again it got some nice soreness in there. So as you'll see, like, a lot of this training now is very bodybuilder-esque. It's just about trying to build up those muscles where they've lagged, or where we've done from the cut where we've lost a little bit of muscles in that area. But yeah, felt really like these. There you can go, you can see it there. It's actually trying to get a bit more difficult as we're coming up. This was actually the second set that I did of these, because I wanted to just check that the first set was, you know, like a decent weight to do. And yes, obviously doing it for a minute again, we're training those muscles against lactic acid. We're helping them so they don't have to they won't fatigue as quickly, and just making them go a little bit further. We're now doing some incline tape presses, bringing our arms fully out for these. Really good again as you're crossing over to that lockout for the bench. Really good exercise. Obviously trying to get some different variations in there. Coming to an incline does hit the triceps slightly different than doing it in a flat position, and we were doing these for 15 to 20 reps. I believe this is the second set again. And again, we're just trying to get that tricep strength up and build some size in the tricep. So as you've watched my video from comp, the bar came really nice off my chest and just kind of got to that middle point and just stopped. So if we can increase that tricep strength, increase in that, especially in that crossover point like these are doing, it'll help us just get through that position so we'll be able to lock the bar out. We're then doing some 21s, again just trying to get some size in the biceps again. The reason we train biceps when doing bench is the bicep is a good stabilizer muscle in when doing the bench press. So you don't really need huge biceps, you don't need to be doing a lot of weight for them, but you do need some size in there as well, just to help you stabilize the bench on the way down. So that's the reason we're doing 21s. And again, 21s is just like a fun, barely bodybuilding again kind of way of doing things. And then we're just doing some wrist work. So wrist work's the kind of thing that I added in my last block into my bench, and I think it worked really well. So I'm going to make sure I've at least got a little bit of wrist work in every session. Wrist and forearm work, sorry, just to keep strengthening that area to help me bench press more as we're going along. But that's it for the session. First one back, feeling good. Really looking forward to getting ready for the next few comps. And yeah, so I'll keep obviously updated as we're going along. Obviously starting to push squats and deadlifts now as well, a bit more. So you'll be able to see them in the next video as well. But yeah, that's it for the video, guys. So remember to like and subscribe if you've enjoyed the video. And if you have, I'll see you in the next one. If you do have any questions, leave a comment. If you would like to book any PT sessions or ask any questions, there's a link to my Instagram in the description below. So if you can message me on there, I'll happily answer any questions. Thank you.